The movie opens in a near-future Korea where biotechnology has advanced to the point of human cloning. Scientists at a top-secret research facility have created Seobok, the first human clone, using stem cell engineering and genetic modification to make him immune to disease and aging. Seobok is, in theory, immortal. His cells can regenerate indefinitely. The government and private forces are desperate to control him, believing his DNA holds the key to eternal life. Meanwhile, Ki-hyun, a former intelligence agent, lives in quiet despair. He is terminally ill with a brain tumor and struggles with guilt from his past missions. He's emotionally distant, living a meaningless life until his old boss, Chifon, offers him one last job: protect Seobok and escort him to a safe location. In return, Ki-hyun is promised access to experimental treatment that could save his life. Ki-hyun reluctantly accepts. When he first meets Seobok, he's startled. Seobok looks like a gentle young man but behaves with cold precision. He rarely speaks, and when he does, it's in a calm, almost eerie tone. When Ki-hyun first observes Seobok in the lab, Seobok quietly moves objects without touching them, a hint at his telekinetic abilities caused by his unique genetic structure. This shocks Ki-hyun and hints that Seobok isn't just biologically advanced, he's evolved beyond normal humans. They set out in a military convoy, but before long, the group is ambushed by mercenaries who want Seobok. Explosions and gunfire erupt. Ki-hyun barely manages to escape with Seobok. From this moment, the film shifts into a road movie full of chases, quiet bonding, and introspection. As the two fugitives travel across rural Korea, Seobok begins to experience the outside world for the first time: sunlight, rain, the ocean, and even street food. Seobok sees the ocean for the first time. He stares in wonder and says softly, "So this is what it feels like to be alive." Ki-hyun, who's been hardened by life, watches him with mixed feelings, admiration and sadness. This moment beautifully contrasts Seobok's innocence with Ki-hyun's cynicism. Seobok is curious and childlike, asking Ki-hyun endless questions. Why do humans fear death so much? If you could live forever, would you want to? These philosophical exchanges form the heart of the film, Seobok's search for meaning versus Ki-hyun's fear of dying. While on the road, Ki-hyun learns disturbing truths. The agency never meant for Seobok to survive long. They want to extract his cells, effectively killing him in the process. Even Seobok knows he's considered disposable, a tool, not a person. They hide out in a small fishing village. One night, Seobok quietly uses his powers to heal Ki-hyun's painful headache from the tumor. The moment is tender and eerie. Seobok's eyes glow faintly, and Ki-hyun feels temporary relief. When asked why he helped, Seobok says, "You're the only one who talks to me like I'm human." Their bond deepens, blurring the line between protector and friend. As mercenaries close in, Seobok's powers begin to surge uncontrollably. His telekinesis grows stronger with his emotions, especially anger and fear. When a group of assassins tries to capture him, Seobok's powers explode. Cars lift off the ground, bullets freeze mid-air, and an invisible wave blasts through the street. The sequence is visually stunning, a mix of sci-fi spectacle and emotional intensity as Seobok screams in pain, unable to control his power. Ki-hyun is horrified, realizing Seobok could be both the future of humanity and its greatest threat. Eventually, they reach the final facility where Seobok is meant to be protected. But Ki-hyun discovers the truth. The scientists intend to kill Seobok after extracting his genetic material. Ki-hyun, torn between orders and conscience, decides to defy the agency and protect Seobok. Meanwhile, Seobok has learned too much about humanity's greed and fear. He sees how people want to use him, how no one truly values life, only control over death. Inside the lab, Seobok calmly tells Ki-hyun, they fear death because they think it's an ending. But maybe death is what gives life meaning. As soldiers attack, Seobok unleashes his full power, telekinetically destroying the facility in a breathtaking sequence of chaos, light, and sorrow. In the aftermath, Seobok is mortally wounded but still alive. He tells Ki-hyun that he doesn't want to live forever, he just wanted to understand life. "I have nowhere else to go," he whispers. Seobok asks Ki-hyun to end his life before the agency can exploit him again. In a heartbreaking moment, Ki-hyun hesitates but ultimately honors his wish. He shoots Seobok, ending his suffering. As Seobok dies in Ki-hyun's arms, he smiles faintly, experiencing peace for the first time. Ki-hyun, weeping, looks up at the destroyed facility as ash and light fall around him, symbolizing both death and release. The final scene shows Ki-hyun walking out alone, his fate uncertain. Seobok's body is gone, and the question remains, was Seobok truly gone, or did his consciousness live on in some form? The ending is left open to interpretation, suggesting that Seobok's legacy, the idea of what it means to be human, lives on in Ki-hyun and the world. The movie's moral suggests that mortality gives purpose to human life. We cherish love, time, and people precisely because they don't last forever. Thank you for watching. Please share, like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting movie recaps like this.